Morning to all of you. The poem that we are going to cover today is CV. Students, CV means to continuously ask someone to do something, especially when a child or anybody who is not doing the things in proper way. That time we try to tell the person and the child to behave in good way and utilize it in your day-to-day life. And this poem is going to reveal the beauty of your life, that really how we should do. And being as a child, we know lots of things, but we have lack of awareness at the what time how to do the things. Means decision making is very important, that is being instructed and giving suggestion by our elders or our teachers in a school or everywhere. Let's start the poem. Grown ups say things like, speak up, don't talk with your mouth full, don't stare, don't point, don't pick your nose. Here our elders especially just keeps us suggesting that not to speak more, not to just talk while there is something filled in our mouth, because it is bad manners. This shows not your good way of behaving and way of talking. Don't stare. We should also not stare, means without gazing of eyes, looking towards somebody and something continuously, that is also not good. Don't point, don't pick your nose. It is the very common thing which is noticed in students, that time and again the students keep on uh, picking their nose, and that shows the bad manners of our life. These are supposed to be very basic things, but we should never forget that basic things makes our life beautiful. If we remove these bad things and bring these in good qualities, it can be our better life. Sit up, say please, less noise, shut the door behind you, don't drag your feet, haven't you got a hanky? Here we are said to sit up, we are said to say please. It is very important part of our conversation. When we say please, it brings sweetness, it brings politeness in our conversation. This shows that we are educated, we are humble, we are kind, we are not arrogant. Less noise. It is also bad manners in the life of students that we should never try to do. Shut the door behind you. And especially, we should never let the door open when you go anywhere. Don't drag your feet. Dragging the feet by the students is also common. That being suggested, being told not to do that. Haven't you got a hanky? It is a very common thing. It is very good to carry hanky, because it helps you a lot while coughing, while sneezing. It helps you. Take your hands out of your pocket. You know, when you put your hands in your pocket and start your conversation with anyone, this shows arrogance in your talking, in your conversation. So it is also another bad manners of conversation, especially when you are talking with your seniors, with your teachers. We should not try to do this way of talking with anyone. So always take your hands out of the pocket and have your conversation, have your talking. This shows your politeness, this shows your manners, this shows your quality, this shows that you are really educated person and have good quality of education. Pull your socks up, stand up straight. It is also being said, when students coming from school at home, they are said to pull, they forget to do the things. They start throwing the things hither and thither, and they forget to just take their socks and shoes out. Stand up straight. Most of the time the student uh, bend down, and they don't stand a straight way. Say thank you. Saying thank you is also a very important part of our conversation. When you get help, when you get support, especially in bad time, or in either in bad time or in good time, from anybody, it is not to forget saying thanks to anyone. This shows that you have never forgotten the gratitude, the kindness that a person had shown towards you. So never miss to pay thanks to others when you get the support from him and her. Don't interrupt. Interruption shows your proud, shows your arrogant manner, shows your bad quality of education. So we should never try to interrupt when two persons are talking, when there is something going on. We should try to get aside and listen, or we should take our position from one place to another. No one thinks you are funny. Take your elbow off the table. Most of the time it is noticed that students sitting for a study on the table, but they put their elbow on the table. This shows also a bad manner. Can't you make your own mind up about anything? Here, my dear students, that you are the student in class 7th standard, that is very very important, that decision making in your life is important part of your life. It is good that when you are in school, teachers are there, parents are there with you, but the moment you leave the school, the leave the campus, there is no one to support you and help you. So it is time to make the difference between good and bad, true and false in your life while studying. So it is very important part of our life of making decision. So uh, you must have the realization of good things that is in our life. Thank you.